Right, YouTube, doing a quick little video on homemade spears. I'll show you some of the ones I've made anyway, the ones in my collection. Okay, so the first one, you've probably seen this one in previous videos. This one was made out of a chisel, obviously cut and shaped. It did have some rope running down the shaft, though didn't need it, it was shit. Obviously wrapped around the actual stave is just jute. Obviously varnished to add a bit of strength, obviously it was glued into place. That was my first attempt at a spear. I like that one. But obviously the handle was made from an old mop handle, so it's not going to be as strong. So I've got to get that head refitted onto a new stave. I'm going to make something out of ash. Second one, this is pure cheap. Simply made from an old broom handle. I got like a packet of 20 for something silly like 10 quid. So I thought I'd buy some and make some throwing spears. That's all that one is anyway, just a simple throwing spear. In the end, it's just a big 12-inch nail, and obviously I've got a box of like 50 of them. So I thought I'd use that, rounded the end off, make a nice simple tip. Like I say, it's just for throwing in the garden. Tapered the end down, wrapped it in a synthetic twine, and bonded it all with epoxy. So that's super strong, that is. A lot more solid than that one, for instance. Okay, third spear. Again, made with a mop handle, a bit thicker, a bit longer this time. Simple cake serving knife, obviously repurposed, reshaped. Fit inside, cut down the mop stick, nice and simple. Wrapped it with jute. Fixed it with epoxy, again super strong, like fiberglass. This one I made for, I think it was just under a £5. Okay, here some of the more simple ones. These are essentially just lengths of bamboo. Brought some to make some arrows with. Well, I say arrows, like throwing darts, throwing arrows, this sort of thing, just for a bit of fun. So the first one, just a simple foil, one of the needle foils. One happens to be a half round, really cheap. Got it from like a pound shop, like with a set of 4 or 5. Absolutely shit as a foil, but it turns out they're alright for throwing. Make good bamboo spears, nice and light. Second one, that has just got a conventional archery field tip in the end. But what I did, I filled a section of the bamboo with used lead pellets, one which had been shot collected from the backstop. So obviously that weighted that end up nice. Wrapped around the tip just to stop it splitting. Again, I actually bound that with some, crossbow string, that's it. Bound it with crossbow string, epoxied it all into place, so again, like fiberglass, super strong, stop it splitting. And the last one of these, again, made it from a broken arrow, a broken broadhead arrow. Instead of taking the tip out and fitting it onto something else, I just figured I'd fit it into one of these, like a bamboo throwing spear. Great fun. Like I say, it's only for the back garden, it's nothing serious. I suppose if you was hunting for real, it's good enough, you might get a squirrel, but I wouldn't bank on it. Just on the back of them, again, on some of them, just put some simple flights, just to stabilise it, make it fly a bit better. And that's that for that. Oh yeah, one more. This is the one I'm currently working on at the minute. It's not actually finished yet. I'm still waiting on paint to dry and whatnot, but I'll give you a sneaky peek. Yeah. This one happens to be my favourite. Essentially, it's been made from a repurposed lawn edging tool. You've probably seen them, they're shaped like a half moon, and the backs are folded over ever so slightly. But I brought one of them for a £5. Just a simple Amtech jobby. Cut a triangle, 2 simple lines, so we've got a nice point. Obviously, at the end, the head spray painted and polyurethane sprayed, about 5 coats of that, just to make it nice and tough. The actual shaft and handle, like I said earlier, I wanted to move away from broomsticks because they're shit, and I've got an ash handle, over an inch thick, super strong. This will never break. Just stained it, and obviously to treat the wood I haven't used polyurethane because I'll be holding the wood. I've used Danish oil. So I had about 5 coats of that, and I'll basically give it another coat every night now probably for about another week. Can't put too much on. And then the very last thing, just got to drill through there, fit a screw, just to keep the head in place, which I might add has been fitted with epoxy, just in case you wanted to know. And we will be doing some testing with this soon. Well, that's it for the ones I've got made up now anyway. I'm working on a couple of other projects. As we can see here, garden shear blades. I've got a couple to work with. I've actually got 6 to work with. One of them we'll be making a spear with, and we should probably have that done. I'll have that video up in about a week's time. That's it from me anyway, and the spear collection.